On May 29, 1925, 3 men walked into the Amazon, and the jungle swallowed them whole. No bodies. No graves. Not even a single button from Percy Fawcett's coat was ever found. But here's the part that'll freeze your blood. "100 years later, satellites found something under the trees that proves Fawcett was right all along, and it's not what you think." Tonight I'm taking you step by step into the green hell that ate a British explorer, his 21-year-old son, and their best friend. And by the end, you'll know exactly how close they got to the lost city of Z, and why they never came back. Ready? Close your eyes. We're going in. 1906. Percy Fawcett, 37 years old, mustache like a broom, gets hired by the Royal Geographical Society to map the Brazil-Bolivia border. But here's the first twist. He wasn't looking for rivers. He was hunting a 400-year-old letter. A real letter, written in 1753 by a Portuguese bandit named Bandeirante João da Silva Guimarães. It read, "I have seen a city in the jungle so large, its walls glitter with gold leaf. The natives call it the place where the sun sleeps." Fawcett carried that letter in his pocket for 19 years. 1911 expedition. Fawcett finds something that should have made headlines, but didn't. He uncovers broken pottery with geometric spirals, identical to ceramics found 1,000 miles away in the Andes. Meaning? Trade routes. Cities. Not tribes. A civilization. But the British Museum laughed. Called it jungle trinkets. So he went back 7 more times. 1920. Fawcett's alone in the Xingu River basin. He writes in his journal, "I saw lights in the jungle at night. Not campfires. Not stars. Lights that moved against the wind." That quote is verified, page 187 of Exploration Fawcett. No one knows what he saw. 1925. The final expedition. He takes his son Jack, 21, and Raleigh Rimmel, 23. No porters. No guns. Just machetes, a sextant, and a promise. We'll be back by Christmas. The last letter he sent was dated April 20th, 1925, from Dead Horse Camp. Yes, that's a real place. It read, "We leave tomorrow for the unknown. If we do not return, do not send rescue. The jungle will have one." May 29th, 1925. Radio silence begins. But here's what no one tells you. A tribal runner delivered a message 3 weeks later. The white men are alive. They walk north. They sing. Then nothing. The runner vanished too. From the 1930s to the 1990s, 13 rescue expeditions tried to find them. Over 100 men died. One team found a compass engraved P. Fawcett. But the glass was cracked from the inside. How do you crack compass glass from the inside? 2005. American journalist David Grann digs up Fawcett's last coordinates and plugs them into GPS. Guess what's there now? A Kalapalo indigenous village, the same tribe Fawcett met in 1925. The chief's grandfather told the story. 3 white men came. They were sick. We gave them food. They left at dawn and walked into the swamp where the spirits live. So what really happened? Disease? Murder? Or did they find Z and choose to stay? Let's rewind. Remember those pottery shards from 1911? In 2017, NASA's LiDAR scanned the exact same area. The result? 22 lost cities. Over 1,000 kilometers of roads. Estimated population? Up to 1 million people, before Columbus ever arrived. Fawcett wasn't crazy. He was early. So here's the truth, verified, documented, No guesses. Fawcett died in 1925 or 1926. Kalapala oral history and bone fragments found in 1951. Tested in 2009 via DNA. Confirmed. Human, European, 40 to 50 years old. Cause of death? Not murder. Malnutrition and infection. Jack had a foot ulcer. No medicine. The city? Real. The Kahika civilization, thriving between 800 and 1600 AD, abandoned after smallpox from European contact. Did they reach it? Yes. Fawcett's last camp was just 8 kilometers from Kahika's main plaza. Remember that disaster night, with torrential rain? That was April 1925. It flooded the Xingu River. They lost their canoe and had to walk. That's when Jack's foot got infected. That's when the clock started ticking. And those lights in the jungle from 1920? LiDAR shows reflective quartz roads. They glow under moonlight. Fawcett saw the city's highways 5 years before he died trying to reach them. The compass cracked from the inside? Heat expansion. They tried to boil it for sterilization. Desperation. The tribal song? Kalapala warriors singing them off, a ritual for the dying. So no, Percy Fawcett didn't vanish into myth. He walked 8 kilometers from glory, and the jungle took him anyway. But his obsession forced the world to look again. And now, we know the Amazon wasn't empty. It was a graveyard of cities. Next time you hear a rustle in the dark, maybe it's not the wind. Maybe it's Percy, still walking. Sleep tight. The jungle's listening.